What if I told you that there was no such thing as a bad movie? Stick around to see what I mean. Roll it. I don't know about you guys, but I love movies. Every single type of movie, romantic comedy, action, mystery, drama, horror, they're all for me. There are so many movies out there, all made for a different reason and all coming out at different times. If you look online, you can find hundreds of movies coming out every single weekend all over the world. These movies are not very easy to make. They take a long time, a lot of money, and a lot of manpower to produce a great movie. Now that being said, we gotta respect these movies as works of art that they actually are. It's not just about the director that shows up and the camera guys and then the actors and then it just happens. There's all kinds of people, often hundreds of people on a movie set to create this atmosphere and this movie magic that we all love. When you think about something that you work really hard on and then somebody comes to you and they said, "That's terrible. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it." That breaks your heart, right? Because when you put your heart and soul into something and you put all this time invested into something, that is your passion project. That is your piece. That is the thing that you love. And when we give a movie a terrible rating or we just post on Twitter or on whatever that we just hate it, that's what we're doing to those filmmakers. That's what we're doing to those people who spent all this time and money and energy to create this thing that they believe is a masterpiece. Because of that, I think we need to start to develop some sort of respect for the art of filmmaking. Whether one movie is better than the other, that might be true. We have to respect the general idea that when something is put that much time in and you put that much manpower and that much heart into something, it needs to be respected and you need to look at it in that vision and in that scope. Like I said, some movies are definitely going to be better than others. There's a lot of reasons for that, but all of them should be respected because of the time that's put in, because of the people that it takes to create something. When people just blanket statement on a film or on an art piece and they just say it's terrible just because of their individual opinion, it's such a slap in the face to all those people who have worked so hard to make that thing become a reality, to get it into theaters, to get it onto Netflix, or whatever it is. Just this past year, we had movies like Vice and BlacKkKlansman and A Star is Born, all movies that took a lot of people and a lot of time to create these beautiful masterpieces of art. They did very well in the box office and now they're going into award season taking the cake. And we also had last year movies like Love, Simon and Blockers, which were more of just comedies and movies that are supposed to make you feel good and enjoy the cinematic experience. But for some reason, when we get the reviews out for all these movies, those movies are pushed way down to the bottom of the totem pole. Even though they're great movies to see, they're great movies to enjoy with a group of people, we just push these reviews down all the way just because of the value, the production, and because it's not as sophisticated. It doesn't really make sense. So that's why I've created the contextual reviews. Contextual reviews allow you to put all movies on their own scale rather than a blanket scale for every single film. When you put Love, Simon and Blockers next to a movie like A Star is Born or BlacKkKlansman, then obviously the production value of the other one is going to outweigh the quality of the other. When we put Love, Simon and Blockers and other romantic comedies and other high school comedies all in one bracket, we're able to get a better understanding of what that movie is actually going to bring to the audience, what it's going to bring to your movie-going experience. You're actually going to end up enjoying the movie a lot more than you would if you would have looked at the other reviews that had come out before. For each movie I review, I will not be giving a blanket scale of a percentage or an out of 10. I've created this popcorn meter. Now the popcorn meter allows you to know whether it's worth seeing at home, whether it's worth catching in the theater, or whether it's just worth waiting until you're bored sometimes. So I'm going to go over that scale with you guys real quick. We're going to start at the very bottom of the popcorn scale. The bottom level of the scale, I'm calling only if you're bored. If you've run out of things to watch, can't decide on the next Office episode, or if you're continuing to watch Friends or whatever it is, go ahead and give this movie a shot. It's still worth seeing because of the art piece and the time and the passion that was put into it, but not necessarily a movie that you should see over other movies or even TV shows that are higher up on the scale. The second tier of the popcorn meter is called Netflix and Chill. These are movies that are great for sitting down with a friend or a couple of people and just chilling at your house to watch a great movie. Not necessarily worth the price of the ticket in theater, but worth the time spent to enjoy the movie at home. Now the third level I'm calling buy a ticket. These are movies that are really worth seeing in the theaters, but not necessarily worth jumping at to see it premiere night or to see it with a packed theater. Just if you get the chance to see it while it's still running in a theater, go take the chance because it'll be worth it. The very top of the scale, we're filling up our popcorn bucket all the way. These are the must-sees. Go see it today. These are movies that you need to drop everything you're doing, try and get there as soon as possible, see it in a packed theater, get all your snacks, get all your friends, and then just enjoy the cinematic masterpiece that you're about to view. These are movies that you definitely do not want to miss in the theaters. It's worth the price of the admission. It's worth the time to go and see it in theaters. These are must-see movies. With the popcorn meter, you'll be able to gauge whether a movie is worth seeing in the theaters or whether it's worth seeing at home. All in all, I'm putting all my reviews in context. If I put a romantic comedy up and I say it's a buy a ticket movie, then that means it's worth seeing in the theater, and I might put up a movie that's nominated for an award as a buy a ticket as well. Those are put on the same scale because they're put in context with their category. So these movies, you have to understand the context and the passion and art and time that goes into making these movies. If you understand all of those things, then you're going to have a much greater viewing experience, and you're going to enjoy a lot more movies that are coming out. Not to say that every single movie is going to be perfect and that you're going to love every movie that you see. There's definitely going to be some that are inferior to others or some that just aren't quite as good. They're all worth seeing because they're all a part of the landscape of film, and they're all a part of this art world that we get to enjoy and that people have created for us. Sometimes even if you're watching one of those movies that might not be in the top tier, if it's an only if you're bored movie, you'll be able to laugh or cry at the bottom barrel of that movie. You'll be able to understand and see all this time that was put in to create something that's just worth a laugh or worth the time to just enjoy with friends. But every movie that falls under that umbrella, every movie that comes out in the umbrella of movie magic. They're all a part of this Hollywood dream that we all have, and we can all enjoy these movies together. Alright guys, if you liked this video, go ahead and press the like button below. If you want to see more videos that are coming out, go ahead and subscribe and just keep an eye out as we push out more videos and push out more content for you guys to see. Either way guys, hope you enjoyed the show, and as they say in showbiz, that's a wrap.